in increasing the soil fertility. So nitrogen cycle is associated with that. Okay, it's a very important biogeochemical process. It's a very important process that ensures that makes sure that there's a continuous movement and transformation of nitrogen from our atmosphere to soil and to the living organisms. Although you know that nitrogen makes up 78% of the gas in our atmosphere, isn't it? Right now. But the thing
Yes.
is that plants cannot consume it directly now, right? They must be converted into the usable forms for the plants and for the animals. So thereby it is important to understand the cycle of the nitrogen. It will help us understand how life sustains itself right now. So the topic here is nitrogen cycle. So the question is like, what is nitrogen cycle in short? If you have this question, nitrogen cycle. Okay, in your junior classes, you must have had learned about a water cycle or hydrological cycle or water cycle, same thing. Where what happens? Water goes from atmosphere to it goes basically it recycles in different states. Right now, it transforms itself into different states as it goes into air, into the water bodies, into the plants, into animals, etc. So basically the cycle of water takes place into different states right now. So same thing, similar kind of thing is going to happen here, but a bit different than water. So we define nitrogen cycle as follows. We say that it is the cyclic movement of nitrogen in different chemical forms, in different chemicals form, chemic in different chemicals forms between the air, living organisms, and the soil, right? And this cycle plays an important role. So we say that like it plays an important role in making the atmospheric nitrogen, whose chemical formula is N2, okay, no? In making the atmospheric nitrogen accessible to plants. Accessible to plants, but not only plants, but animals also. Right now, later on, we'll be learning and discussion that how we also are kind of dependent upon nitrogen cycle. Getting it, guys? If this nitrogen cycle will not to happen, how will we get nitrogen as important part in our diet? How are we going to get protein? Hmm?
Yes.
Because plants needs protein in order to, plants need nitrogen in order to make plants need nitrogen in order to manufacture protein. So if plants are not going to get nitrogen through the life cycle, so they won't be able to make protein. Animals won't be able to get protein from them, right now. So we cannot get protein from plants or animals. You know that we get protein by eating meat and by eating plants also, no? Right? Like that.
Yes.
So it ensures that nitrogen is accessible to plants as well as to animals. Okay, Priyanka and everyone. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So without the
Yes.
nitrogen cycle, we will also mention here that without the nitrogen cycle, essential compounds like nitrogen would not be formed, and that will affect all the living beings. Right now, you guys are well aware, like many children suffer from protein deficiency, right? Many children suffer from protein deficiency. What do we call that disease? That's a deficiency disease. What do we call that? I will give a hint. It starts with K. Anyone? Think about it. A deficiency disease caused due to lack of protein in diet. Huh? Abu Bakr, what about you? Someone's absent today. Like Mustafa isn't today here today. Aman is also absent as usual. Okay, anyway, see. You guys try to remember it now. It is Kwashiorkor. Remember it now. Okay, now Kwashiorkor, it's a protein deficiency disease. Getting it? Where there will be swelling in the legs and in the abdomen. Right now, you guys might have seen those images where the belly of the child will be protruding outside. Okay, now the limbs would be very thin, but the belly would be quite big. Right? Okay, let's get back to the topic now. So about the nitrogen cycle further, we should mention in the definition that without the nitrogen cycle, essential compounds like protein would not be formed. We should be first saying would not be formed, thus affecting all living organisms. Okay, thus affecting all living organisms. Right now, so it's a natural process by which nitrogen will be converted into various chemical forms. Right now, so that it can be used by the plants, further by the animals, and even by the microorganisms. Then again, the basic question in the definition itself, I have covered that why it is important. Sometimes question can be asked that why is it important, right, Abu Bakr? Such a question may be framed, right? So
Yes, sir.
importance of nitrogen cycle, it lies in the ability to provide living organism with nitrogen in the form that they can absorb, meaning that plant cannot directly absorb nitrogen from the air, just like they can absorb carbon dioxide, just like they can absorb oxygen, right now. So they cannot directly absorb. Also, you know that nitrogen is the important component in manufacturing of various things. You guys should know that in order to, not only the proteins, but in order to make amino acids, in order to make DNA, in order to make chlorophyll, right now plants needs these things. Plants needs nitrogen in order to make not only protein, but in order to make chlorophyll also. To make their DNA also, they need it. So without it, crops will not grow. Right now, without it, humans cannot build their tissues, and basically the entire ecosystem will start to collapse because of it. So we know that it has so much of importance, and once we know the importance of something, so thereby it will, thereby you will take steps to enhance it. Right now you will take steps so that it does not get damaged, so that it is not affected. Getting it, guys? So thereby it is important to know the know the importance. Right now, so it is important as nitrogen is needed by the plants to make protein, DNA, chlorophyll, etc. Second thing is that it is needed by humans and other animals to, what are we talking about here? When I'm saying the second sentence, I'm talking particularly about nitrogen. Okay, no? Like although the context here is of nitrogen cycle, the main element is nitrogen here. So it is needed. So I'm talking about nitrogen. So nitrogen is needed by humans and other animals to make body tissues. Right now. body tissues and repair it if it gets damaged. Okay. Now we are going to understand the nitrogen cycle. Like what are the different steps of nitrogen cycle? Okay. Before you guys look at this now, let me tell you the different steps of nitrogen cycle. You guys will be required to memorize these steps. Okay, now? So in the exam, you guys will be writing your answers in point wise. Okay. Sorry. So in total, there are 5 steps. How many? There are total of 5 steps of nitrogen cycle. Okay, Doha. And
Yes.
others. Step number 1 is known as. Anyone remember that?
So nitrogen
Nitrogen
fixation.
fixation. Step number 2 is. Priyanka.
Nit- Nitrogen assimilation.
Nitrification. Nitrification. It is okay. Third step is.
Sir, the steps of what?
These are the steps of nitrogen cycle. Okay, now steps of nitrogen cycle. Okay. After assimilation, we have complete the word
Ammonification.
Ammonification.
ammonification. Good. And the last one is denitri
Denitrification.
denitrification. Okay. Now, you guys also need to know about the important elements of all of this right now. Like here, we will be learning about the role of rhizobium. Like these are, we can say, the important players of this. What can we call them? Important players. Okay. So we have got the rhizobium bacteria. Okay. Second thing we will learn about nitrifying bacteria in it. Okay. Nitrifying bacteria. Third, you will be learning about denitrifying bacteria. Like they will play important role in it. Okay. Na? And then further, you will be learning about decomposers in it. Okay. So they will play some important role in the process. Okay. So let us start by looking at the given animation here. Okay. Na? See. So first, what is going to happen? There'll be this nitrogen. There'll be this nitrogen fixation, right? So what happens in nitrogen fixation is that the atmospheric nitrogen. Look at this one over here. That is atmospheric nitrogen. Okay, now that is in the form of N2 over here. All right. So this atmospheric nitrogen is being converted into ammonia. Look at the arrow here. Look at this arrow here, everyone. So atmospheric nitrogen is converted into ammonia by nitrogen fixing bacteria or through lightning. Either via this nitrogen fixing bacteria. Which bacteria is being shown here?
Rhizobium.
Rhizobium bacteria. Right. Hold on for a second. This call coming. 1 second. One second, please. Sorry for the interruption. Yeah. So the very first step is nitrogen fixation. Okay. So in nitrogen fixation, guys, what is happening? The atmospheric nitrogen is being converted into ammonia. as you can see here. All right. Then further, what is happening here? You see, another process will be nitrification. After nitrogen fixation, nitrogen fixation. In this, what has happened? Atmospheric nitrogen N2 has been converted into ammonia, that is NH3. Okay, Priyanka and everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Nitrogen fixation. What was the next step? Nitri
Nitrification.
nitrification. Good. Now in nitrification, what is happening? See in the animation here, the nitrifying bacteria are here. See these nitrifying bacteria shown here in the animation just below the ammonia. What they will do, they will now convert the ammonia into nitrites, into nitrates and nitrites particularly. Getting it? So the nitrification is happening here, where the nitrifying bacteria will convert ammonia. Let me write it over here. Ammonia, that is this ammonia here. Okay, let me just write it separately. So this ammonia, that is NH3, is being converted. First of all, it is being converted into nitrites. Nitrite is not shown in the animation, so don't get confused. Okay, na? Nitrites, that is NO2. Then this nitrite is now converted into nitrates. That is shown in the animation as NO3. So this process where ammonia is converted into nitrites and then into nitrates, that is called as nitrification, and it is being carried out by nitrifying bacteria. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes.
So carried by nitrifying bacteria. Previously we learned that this can be carried by either rhizobium or by lightning, right?
Cyanobacteria.
Cyanobacteria is also there. You can count that too. Okay. So two steps we have discussed so far: nitrogen fixation and nitrification. Okay. Then what happens? You see this arrow where the nitrates are now being absorbed from the soil by the plant, and they are now using it to make protein, right? They'll be using it to get protein, and now it will be absorbed further by the animals. So then animal will be like when the animals will be eating the leaves or stems of the plants, they will now get that protein. Right now, in digestion in humans, you have learned about assimilation. That term you have learned now when the digested food gets absorbed, like it is being absorbed, right? So kind of similar thing is happening
Yes.
here, right? It is being absorbed. So here, this process where the nitrates are being absorbed by the plants, and then later when the animals are eating it, so that process is called as assimilation. Okay. After assimilation, then what happens? Like when the animals and the plant will die, then the decomposers will break them down now. Right now, their body have got nitrogenous wastes also. Like when they will release the nitrogenous waste, like urine contains nitrogenous waste in it now. Urine contains nitrogenous waste. Right now, animal excreta contains nitrogenous waste in it. Right now, so when the plants and animals will release their waste material, or when they die, right now both the things are counted together here. When they die or when they release their excreta, so the decomposers will break down the plant and animal waste or their dead bodies, and hence they will now further return the nitrogen back into the soil in the form of ammonia. You guys see this, what is happening here, right? Here you are seeing that plants and animals, they got nitrogenous compound, that is nitrates, from the soil, right? And when they excreted waste materials or when they died, so their dead bodies were decomposed by the action of decomposers like the bacteria, like fungi, etc., that basically return the nitrogenous waste back into the soil in the form of ammonia. Later on, you are seeing in the animation that this ammonia here is what's happening here is that ammonia will be now further converted again by the nitrifying bacteria into nitrates and nitrites and will be absorbed. Is that much clear so far?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so last I have written about nitrification. To see about ammonification here. So in ammonification, what is happening? Nitrates, that is NO3, is being absorbed by plants and animals. And you know why they are absorbing it? In order to build protein, to get protein and build their tissues. Okay. After ammonification, you have the process of, oh sorry, I meant to write assimilation, guys. Sorry. Accidentally I wrote ammonification, but I meant assimilation. Okay now?
Okay.
That was assimilation. Okay. After assimilation, ammonification, that is decaying of their waste or their dead bodies is happening. So that is ammonification. Okay. So in ammonification, what was happening? So waste slash the dead remains of the body is being converted into ammonia by the action of whom? Decomposers, right now. So it is being converted into ammonia. Okay. And this ammonia will further be converted by nitrifying bacteria again, right now, into nitrates and nitrites and will be taken up by the plant. Okay. Okay. One more step is left. That is denitrification, right now. Denitrification. So what happens? There are another type of bacteria found in the soil. They are called as denitrifying bacteria, right? So in the process of denitrification, what happens? That some of the nitrates that is NO3 minus is converted back into atmospheric nitrogen. Is converted back into the atmospheric nitrogen. Okay.
So what did you write in the bracket?
This is NO3 minus. Okay, no? NO3. So some of the nitrates, NO3 is the formula for nitrates, is converted back into the atmospheric nitrogen. So NO3,
Why did you put minus?
see, it's a radical actually. Like I will remove it, like in order to keep it simple. In class 9, you will learn about radicals. Okay, now. So
Okay.
nitrates is now being converted into N2, that is simply the atmospheric nitrogen. And here this was nitrates. Okay. So let me quickly sum it up the things we have discussed here. Okay. So in the beginning, we did learn about nitrogen fixation, right? That is carried out, everyone listen carefully, that is carried out either by rhizobium or via lightning. Okay. In this process, what happens? Atmospheric nitrogen, that is N2, is converted into ammonia. N2 converted into ammonia. Okay. So here nitrogen fixation has been done. But is it still usable by the plant? No. This ammonia will be made usable to the plant in the process of nitrification, where these nitrifying bacteria are now going to convert the ammonia into nitrites and then into nitrates. So that is carried out by nitrifying bacteria. Okay. Then now the plants are going to use it. Okay. Once the nitrifying bacteria have converted ammonia into usable form, so thereby the roots of the plants are going to absorb it from the soil. Okay, so they get it to make protein, right now. And when the animals or when we humans consume the plants, grains, etc., we get protein from it, right now. Getting it? Like for example, kidney bean. Kidney bean is a good source of protein right now. It's a good plant-based protein, right? Okay. And when the plants or animals, when they will die or when they release waste materials, their waste contains lots of nitrogen in it. Okay, na? So they will further be decomposed via the action of decomposers like bacteria, fungi, etc., into ammonia. Okay, and this ammonia, look over here, the same ammonia here, right? So basically, this ammonia will be again converted by nitrifying bacteria into nitrites and nitrates, and the plants will take it up. Okay, one more step we have learned, that some of these nitrates now, some of these nitrates are being converted back into nitrogen gas, getting converted back into the atmospheric nitrogen, and that happens in the process called as denitrification. So that was all about nitrogen cycle. Is everything from it clear? Please tell me, or is there still some doubt?
Can you repeat denitrification?
See, in nitrification, what is happening? See, this is ammonia. Nitrifying bacteria will first convert the ammonia into nitrites. Nitrite has a different formula. Okay, now NO2 means nitrites. Okay, then the same nitrifying bacteria will again convert it into nitrates. Okay, now so this process where ammonia is converted into nitrites and then into nitrates, that is called as nitrification. Getting it, Doha?
Yes.
Okay, now so that is nitrification. Okay. Anyone having any other questions?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, now you guys tell me. Have we done NCERT question from this? I guess we haven't done, no?
No, sir.
No, no, we haven't done that. One second. Yeah, here are the questions. Okay, see, NCERT questions from like they are very simple. Okay, now we have even done questions from NCERT exemplar that had more standard and had more difficulty level. So I'm assuming that everyone should be now in a position to answer all the questions without me having helping you much. Huh? You guys have given test also. Please keep your cameras on in the class. Abu Bakr, Doha. Good. Okay. Answer it quickly. Start answering. Microorganisms can be seen with the help of a
Microscope.
blue-green algae
Microscope.
fixes.
Nitrogen.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're correct.
Yeast.
That is correct. Yeast. Okay. Next, cholera is caused by
Bacteria.
bacteria. What is the name of that bacteria?
So
Vibrio
Vibrio cholerae.
cholerae. Vibrio cholerae. Okay, na? Good. Okay. There has been a growing outbreak of cholera in New Delhi. Okay, cholera, typhoid. It's on rise. Okay, next, yeast is used in the production of
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
alcohol. Good. Falling is an antibiotic.
So streptomycin.
Streptomycin. Good. Okay. Carrier of malaria causing protozoan is.
A female Anopheles mosquito.
Hmm. Okay. Priyanka, you answer the question number D. The most common carrier of communicable disease is. Yeah.
House.
Housefly, correct. Okay, guys, you guys answer. The bread or idli dough rises because of
Growth of
Growth
yeast
of
cells.
yeast cells.
growth of yeast cells. Good. The process of conversion of sugar into alcohol is called
Fermentation.
Fermentation.
fermentation. Okay. You guys tell me who invented the method of fermentation.
Sir Louis Pasteur.
Louis Pasteur.
Pasteur.
Good. Okay. Louis Pasteur is known for one more invention, that is
Sir pasteurization.
pasteurization. What is the principle of pasteurization?
The killing of bacteria.
By use of chemicals, huh?
Heat. Yes, sir.
Use of chemicals?
No, no,
No,
sir. Heat.
right? By basically
The
applying
heating.
heat to food and then uh, like it will be boiled below their boiling point, right? So that will
Yes.
destroy the pathogenic microorganisms found in it. Okay. Then they will cool it, right? It will be cooled down also now. So the process involves heating the food to a specific temperature for a shorter duration of time, followed by rapidly cooling it. Right now, so first you heat it and then you rapidly cool it. You rapidly cool it. Good. Okay, answer these ones also. I will assign this one, okay, or I will ask. Okay. First one, Priyanka, you answer. Bacteria.
So causing
Mhm.
E, the E one causing cholera.
Causing cholera. Cholera. Correct.
Yes, sir.
Bacteria causes cholera. Good. Next, Doha rhizobium.
Fix the nitrogen.
Good. Abu Bakr.
Sir, setting of curd.
Priyanka.
So baking of bread.
Hmm. Next, Doha.
Sir causing malaria.
Good.
Protozoa.
Good. Carrier is carrier of malaria. That is
Anopheles mosquito.
female
Or
Anopheles. Good.
Aedes mosquito.
Aedes mosquito is responsible for spreading
Sorry, sir.
dengue fever. No.
Dengue, sorry.
Virus. Hmm. Anyone?
Producing antibodies.
Yes, sir.
No, no, that one is not appropriate for it. Although,
Causing AIDS.
okay, no. So causing AIDS. There's this virus called as human immunovirus. Okay, na? Human immunovirus that attacks the immune system of the humans. Right now, it's a sexually transmitted disease. All right, and it can be caused due to some other reasons as well. Okay, and it leads to a disease known as acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, in which the immune system of the person becomes very weak, so weak that even a small fever can be deadly. Okay. Fourth question, let's answer it, everyone, one after another. That can microorganisms be seen with the help or with the naked eye? If not, why they cannot be seen with naked eyes?
Sir, we can't see microorganism.
Hmm.
They're too small to be seen.
Hmm.
And they can be seen through a microscope.
Micro-
Okay. Yes. So can they be seen with the naked eyes? So the answer for the first question is obviously no. Even a child will say no. If not, how can they be seen? So with the help of a microscope. Okay. See, in the first line, if we were to improvise it a little bit, add a small sentence, okay, to keep it a bit long. So we see
Sir,
that,
can I answer it?
yeah, Abu Bakr.
No microscope cannot be seen by a naked eye.
Hmm.
They can be seen by a microscope.
Hmm.
They are as they are very small and
Yes.
are measured by micrometers.
Hmm. Measured in by not by measured in micrometer. Good. Okay, na. So they are too microscopic. They're microscopic to be microscopic in size, right now, and they are far beyond the limit of the human eye to be seen, right? Because our eyes can see to up to a certain size only, right now. Beyond that, our eye cannot perceive. Getting it, no? So thereby we need a specialized tool like microscope. Okay, very good. As you mentioned that, no, since they are very small and are measured in microns. Micron, okay, no, is basically equals to 10 raised to the power minus 6 meter. Okay, now. So they are measured in microns, like 1 micron, 2 micron, 3 micron, etc. Okay, now. You guys should also know, like maybe I have told you about the smallest bacteria. Hmm? I might have told you about it. There's this bacteria called as mycoplasma. Okay, now mycoplasma gallisepticum. Not the gallisepticum, it's a different one. Mycoplasma genitalium. Okay, now mycoplasma genitalium, although you don't have to memorize it, like if you wish you can, but just to give you an idea, it is so small that its size is somewhere between 200 to 300 nanometer. Annum here stands for annum here stands for
Nanometer.
nanometer, and nanometer is even smaller than micrometer. Micron, is same as micrometer, by the way. Okay, now micron is the older word of earlier. Micron was used. Nowadays we use micrometer. So nanometer is simply 1 nanometer equals to 10 raised to the power minus 9 meter. Okay, now. So if someone were to ask you the smallest living creature, so you will say it's Mycoplasma genitalium. That is between 200 to 300 nanometer. Getting it, guys? Okay. A
Yes,
few days ago, na, I was exploring about a bacteria that has flagella in it. Like there are some bacteria. They have tail-like structures, and they have kind of a motor-like mechanism that helps it move, propel forward. Okay, now you guys have seen how the motors work, how it rotates right now. So
yes,
there are some bacteria that are found inside our body also. Okay, na? There are some of them that are found inside our body, and they have tail-like structures. And if you were to look at their tails now, see, like they have this tail-like structure. It's a bacteria, say, it's a bacteria. And when you will be looking at the tail, upon close inspection, upon closely observing it, it has a quite complex structure like it. Okay, it has quite a complex structure like it. And each parts are rotating. Okay, now each parts are rotating, and it's found that it's the fastest rotating living living component, we can say. Okay, in one of the class I will show you about its animation. You will find it very interesting. Okay, what are the major groups of microorganisms? Quite simple, everyone knows that is.
there are 5 groups of microorganisms:
Yeah, and they are
bacteria, fungi, algae, virus, and protozoa.
protozoans. Good. Okay, out of these, which one is the smallest?
Virus.
Viruses. Okay. um Priyanka, you answer one question to me, that which which microorganism is called as connecting link between living and non-living, or said to be lying on the borderline of living and non-living things?
So fungi.
Yeah, it's fungi. You're saying. See, listen to the question properly. My question was that which microorganism is said to be lying on the borderline connecting living and non-living things? Anyone?
So it's a virus.
Okay, so that is a virus. Okay, by the way, sometime you might have this question also, that which living organism is said to be the connecting link between plants and animals? Ever heard that question?
Yes, sir.
You know the answer? That is
Protozoa.
Euglena. No, it's Euglena, right now. So
Yes, sir, but it's a protozoa, right?
yeah, it is a protozoa, right? It is a protozoa. It has a structure quite similar to paramecium. Okay, no? So it contains chloroplasts in it. You all have heard about chloroplasts, right? I believe that you guys are familiar with it, right now, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this contains chloroplast. Chloroplast, what does it contain? Chlorophyll is found
So it
inside the
can make
chloroplast. No?
chlorophyll and so on.
So it can do photosynthesis. It is autotrophic in nature, right? Okay. But on the other hand, it has this tail-like structure that you're seeing here. That we're calling as flagellum. Okay. So it can move. Because of the presence of it, it can move. So it has both animal and plant-like characteristics. Animal-like since it can move. Okay, na? That is the thing. Anyways, getting back to the question again. Yeah, the next question is name the microorganism which can fix atmospheric nitrogen in the soil. Yeah, Abu Bakr, the answer to the question is it's simple. Answer it fast. Okay, others answer it then.
So it's cyanobacteria and rhizobium.
Correct. Okay, write 10 lines on this question we have done previously, by the way. Okay, I will be dividing it amongst you. Okay. Priyanka, you will mention 3 lines on the usefulness of microorganisms. Doha, you will mention 4, and remaining Abu Bakr, you will mention. Okay. Yes, Priyanka, mention 3 lines on the usefulness of microorganisms. You can take a minute or two. Then Doha, you also mention like 3 or 4 line, whatever you would like. And Abu Bakr, you also mention.
So,
Mm-hmm.
um, bacteria are used to make medicines.
Okay.
Um, they're used to bake, to
Repeat
make
again.
cake, to
Mm-hmm.
make cake and all.
Okay.
And
On this point, medicines, elaborate a little bit how they are used in making of medicines. Yes, Priyanka, how are the bacteria used in manufacture of medicines? Mm-hmm. Like you can make antibiotics now, right? Antibiotics can be made or not. So antibiotics can be made, and then vaccines can also be made now. Some of the vaccines are produced using bacteria also actually. Nowadays they are being used. Okay, now. So vaccines can be made, okay, using the different kind of viruses, some bacterias, etc. Okay, and
Sir, can I say?
yeah,
Sir, they can be used in food production like curd.
very good.
They are used in nitrogen fixation and decomposition.
Okay, nitrogen fixation and then in decomposition. Very good, very good. Yeah, Doha.
So microorganisms help us in many ways. They are the following. Bacteria like lactobacillus and streptococcus are used in making curd on milk.
Okay.
Some microorganisms are also used in making food items like cakes and bread.
Okay.
Microbes are also used in making antibiotics and vaccines, and they're also used in and microbes also help in cleaning the environment as they decompose the organisms.
Okay. Okay. See, actually, these points, the same points have been mentioned by Priyanka and Abubakar. Okay. So you may try to come up with some newer points also. Okay. Also, you guys, all of you were preparing for the answer at the same time, so it is obvious that the answers may clash. No issue.
So they are also used in industries for making for the production of alcohol, beer, wine, etc.
Alcohol, beer,
and
wine.
acetic acid.
So we will in bracket write down that is done via the method of fermentation, right? Okay, good. And where else? Mhm. There are a lot of uses of microorganism, guys. Uh-huh.
In
Think
nitrogen
about it.
fixation.
In nitrogen fixation, correct? Yeah, mentioned here. Okay. Think about biogas production. Remember, there also it can be used now. Microorganisms can be used to generate biogas from the organic waste material, isn't it? Yeah. So
And
in
increasing the soil fertility.
increasing soil fertility, increasing the soil fertility. Good. Okay, Priyanka, you add one more point now. Add one more point. Doha, you can say biofuel also, right? Biofuels can also be made now. Getting it. So some microorganisms can be used to make biofuels also. Like you had the example of algae, remember? Okay. But the cost of extraction of fuel from algae is bit high. So that is why it is not a very preferred option, but the research is going upon. Okay. Yes. Try to add one more point. Like how many points are we having? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? Okay. You guys give me one more point. Think about it. Do the microbes living in our gut not help in digestion?
So,
They help in digestion, no? Right?
It's
You you know that there are certain types of microbes living in your gut that break down complex carbohydrates and they help in production of vitamin K and vitamin B. You cannot get certain type of vitamins if they were not to be they weren't the bacteria or other microbes present in our gut. Okay, no? So gut helps in production of certain kind of vitamins, particularly vitamin K, vitamin B, various types of vitamin B that are essential for our health. Okay, no? So they aid in digestion. Aid means help in digestion. Okay, no? And absorption of vitamin K and B. Okay. How is vitamin K useful? What is the use of vitamin K?
in
Blood.
on the wounds.
Oh, mhm. So you're trying to explain about blood clotting, right? Blood clotting,
Yes.
right now. So vitamin K is essential for blood clotting. Getting it? Okay. So that is the thing. If there were to be less amount of vitamin K, so the body won't be able to clot the blood. If there's some cut, okay, no, that is the thing. Vitamin K is also helpful for some other reasons also, right? Like it helps to prevent the low bone density also. With age, we know that when the person becomes old, the bone density decreases, right? Write a short paragraph on the harmful effects of microorganisms. I will give 1 or 2 minutes to each of you. Please answer it before the class ends. Question number 9, I guess, is the last question. So we will try to finish it today, okay? In next class, we will take a different chapter. Yeah.
So which one?
Mm-hmm. Eighth question. What you saying, Priyanka? Or pickle? In the preparation of pickles, no. Repeat. I was saying, Priyanka, you have to answer the question number 8. Okay. Particularly in the preparation of pickles, they do have some role. Okay, na? But not that much. Okay, na? In the making of pickles, bacteria or some other microbes, they have some important role to play. Getting it? But particularly in pickles, like we add excessive amount of salt, right now, guys? We add excessive amount of spices, right? Salt is added, vinegar is added. You add salt is there, turmeric powder is also added in it. Other kind of different kind of spices are added in it, right now. So all of this actually inhibits the growth of the microorganisms, right? It it stops the growth of harmful bacteria. Getting it? So that is the thing. So we did learn about pickles in context of food preservation methods. Yeah. Anyone who's ready with the answer?
Not yet.
Okay.
So can I say?
Mm-hmm.
So microorganisms spoil the food. Um, they cause diseases in human beings like cholera, malaria, coronavirus, etc. Um, Microbes also cause disease
Coronavirus is
in
not a
human.
disease. You should be saying COVID-19.
Yes,
Continue.
COVID-19, and they also cause diseases in plants and animals. In
Hmm.
plants like yellow vein mosaic and wheat rust, and in animals like in animals also they get the disease.
Foot and mouth diseases,
Yeah,
anthrax.
yes, hand, foot, and mouth disease.
Mm, good. Okay. You can also try to answer it quickly. Yeah, Priyanka. Go on.
Sir, some microorganism causes diseases in human
Hmm.
and in animals and plants.
Okay. Um, yes, Priyanka, done. See, try to elaborate your answer, Priyanka. Okay, no? Back your answer with some examples also. Like as you said, some microorganisms cause disease in plants and animals. So as you say that some microbes causes diseases in plants, so there you should mention that funguses cause wheat rust in plant. Right now, there is this yellow vein mosaic virus. Getting it? You have
Yes, sir.
citrus canker. Citrus canker is like it's caused by a what? It particularly affects lemons, no? Citrus canker affects lemons or other citric plants, no? Where you will see they'll be on the edges of the leaves, there will